Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. Once again, it is the three middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing, back from a little bit of a break, and here to talk about stuff at Comic-Con. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
And Gray Mouse 1.
Like I said just a few seconds ago, we were going to talk about Comic-Con in the next few videos. Mostly the amount of trailers and media and press release stuff that came out of Comic-Con was just a huge flood. If you need any sort of clue that comic books are as mainstream as apple pie and peanut butter and jelly, each and every tentpole movie that's out there, that's probably the big money makers and the ones that all the studios are going to be making their plans around, involve comic book characters. They're comic book adaptations. Otherwise, you know, they may not do all that well. Ghostbusters. One of the movies that everybody seems to be looking forward to, even those who may not have been fans of Zack Snyder's work and what he's done with Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, is the brand new Justice League movie, which is in production right now. They released out a teaser trailer at Comic-Con for Justice League, and we have our thoughts. Gentlemen, the floor is open.
Justice League Assemble. The trailer in a nutshell. What I don't understand is that, okay, look, for them to come together, it should have been some type of catastrophic event, just like in Batman versus Superman, where these motherfuckers have to come together. Not Bruce Wayne / Batman assembling them. To me, that makes no sense as far as this trailer went, especially with what they showed between Bruce Wayne and the Flash. So you're telling me that Bruce Wayne is going to just let this motherfucker know his secret identity by throwing a batarang at him? I understand that Flash was trying to keep himself hidden, but there was another way for this to happen. But like I said before, Batman is really, really keen on, you know, not letting motherfuckers know his secret identity. But he let the Flash know instantly. To me, that was an instant disconnect, and this is from a trailer. And it just that didn't make any sense to me. But once again, it was about Justice League Assemble, and they're trying to structure it like they would. Like they're doing the Avengers, except they didn't. Yeah, once again, they went too fucking fast. It should have been individual movies first and then coming together with a catastrophic event. That would have made more sense. But now it's Batman knowing, because he saw motherfucking photos and emblems of these motherfuckers. He knows that they exist, and he's going to go to talk to each and every one of them. Hey, let's be friends. Hey, let's be super friends. Hey, let's have our own fucking group in case shit happens. No. I'm not hearing any of that.
Gray Mouse, your thoughts, sir?
I'm kind of same thing that the theme was. I was kind of perplexed that Bruce Wayne was walking around collecting people and not the bats. But correct me if I'm wrong, in the trailer, actually they did find something that sparked Bruce Wayne to go, or Batman to go and try to assemble these people together. Wasn't it at the beach or in the dirt or something?
Well, I don't know if they were hinting at something else. I know that there was it looked like there was a part that it seemed like these medieval knights were bearing one of the Spartan shields from one of the Amazons, but I'm not sure how that ties in. But go ahead if you have any other thoughts before I jump in, because I've got a few.
I felt the same way the theme did. You know, I mean, why did no? Let me put it out this way. I did think that Ben Affleck did a good Batman. I mean, he did a good Batman. But for him, I don't know. I just got, like I said, I got disconnected when Bruce Wayne threw the batarang at the Flash.
Not Batman. Bruce Wayne.
That's what I said. Bruce Wayne.
I want to make that clear.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said that, right?
Yeah, I know. But I want to make sure that people look. Batman and Bruce Wayne are two different people. One shows up,
two different characters.
The other throws the batarang, and that.
And then it seemed like the Flash had a little bit of Spidey shell shock, so to speak, when he actually realized who he was when he grabbed it out of the air. Like, can I keep this? You know, like, I was like, oh, man, you stole from Marvel again. You know, I mean, no, I'm just – but I was just like, it was offsetting, and it was out of place. And that little ordeal with Wonder Woman and Bruce Wayne, again, you know, I guess those two were the original groups, and they went out to get other ones. I mean, it's kind of the conversation, you know, he said no, didn't he? Maybe not. You know, I was like, okay, you know. So, you know, those are my initial thoughts, Reverend.
I didn't think it was all that bad. To tell you the truth. Why? Because I'm going to tell you why I didn't think it was all that bad. Coming off the heels of Man of Steel and also Batman versus Superman, my expectations are non-existent.
Well, neither are mine. But
I'm being very honest. And the thing that I didn't think about what you guys just said until right now, and yeah, that doesn't strike me as right. Okay, because you have the guy who pretty much, okay, it is in character for the Batman to know the secret identities of the other members. It is not in character of the Batman to readily walk outside, throw things around, basically with a 20-foot neon sign above his head with pink fucking arrows pointing at him saying, "This is the Batman." And that's pretty much what he was doing the whole time he's out and he's trying to recruit these people. Now, I understand that they don't have the luxury of building off the fact that the only two members of the Justice League who might know who each other are or who the secret identities are is Superman and Batman, because they decided to kill one of those motherfuckers in the previous movie. Kill. All right. So my big fear, especially with what it looks like right now, is that it looks like I'm not sure if the first Justice League is going to be a culmination of at least one starting point or something like that, but it looks like, just like with Batman versus Superman, I'm getting this really, really bad feeling that they're trying to mash up 3 or 4 different stories to make their own story to go ahead and wrap everything up, instead of just, I don't know, adapting one into a really solid storyline for a movie.
You know what should have, I mean, here's my opinion. You know what should have happened? The Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman should have had their own individual movies with the Bat showing up in one way, shape, or form, or any way, shape, or form. And if the Bat would have showed up like near the end or anything like that, as Batman, while these heroes are doing their thing, or after they've vanquished their enemy or whatever, then he could talk to them. That's the way it should have happened, instead of Bruce Wayne showing up at motherfuckers. Mind you, Bruce Wayne shows up to each and every one of these fuckers, not Batman.
Well, another thing too is what you touched on, Reverend, is that there was no sight of Superman.
Yeah.
He wasn't not at all in that trailer.
That's
right?
fine.
No, I know. I understand.
I'm not expecting.
But there are people that were expecting him to be in there. So what I get from the trailer is maybe he's not gonna. Maybe he's not gonna show up until towards the end. You know, and then one thing too is like you said too is like there's nothing going on in the DC universe, the cinematic universe per se, that detrimental, that the end of the world is happening, that all these guys need to come together to defend against. And that's one thing that we're missing. You know, to me, it's like it seems like the trailer was pointing towards Bruce Wayne, I'm sorry, is getting all these people together just in case something happens. And, you know, it's
that's exactly what he's doing, actually. Because he's thinking that something bad's going to happen, that he's going to go out of his way to do that. My reservations are this. I don't think DC had to sit there and start out with individual movies to go ahead and lead into the Justice League. It would have been nice. We know it works. It could have also worked the other way around. My whole reservation is that, are you going to give me a good, solid storyline that's going to lead up into this huge amount? Are you going to give me something that's going to cause me to invest over a decade of my time and anticipation, you know, watching this stuff?
I agree 100%. I know exactly. And I'm just saying, if DC pulls this off, you know, as in does a good Justice League movie, and then, I mean, if they would have done it the other way around, okay, here's the Justice League movie, bam, and then work backwards. So
and then individual movies after that would have worked too.
Yeah, and that might have worked, and that may be what they're doing now. I mean, I've been very cynical. I'll admit it. I've been very cynical with DC, being how bad their cinematic universe has been for the last 5 years, you know? And it's just, I don't know. I just want to be entertained.
What?
I just want to see.
Who's going to be the threat? The Lanterns?
No.
We don't know. That's the thing. I don't think it'll be the Lantern.
No, either Steppenwolf or Yuga Khan. If Steppenwolf is one of the denizens of Apocalypse.
I know.
Yeah, and Yuga Khan is one of another denizen of Apocalypse. Unfortunately, if you're going off of the theatrical release of Batman versus Superman, guess what? You wouldn't have any fucking clue. That's only something that they went ahead and that they released out in trailers and also included in the Ultimate Edition of Batman versus Superman.
Okay, look. All right, look. So Lex Luthor knew about these people.
That's
Lex tried to recruit them.
See, I did not like Lex Luthor. I did not like him at all in that movie because Lex Luthor is a calculated villain. He goes out of his way. He's a genius. He's a calculated genius. And the way they betrayed him in that movie, I was like, that guy's a bumbling idiot. That's not Lex Luthor. Huh?
Lex Riddler?
Pretty much. I was like, that was complete disconnect. You know, I was like, what the fuck? And so is he going to be in the Justice League movie? You know, what's going to go on?
Question. Remember, they put him in jail, and that's why they shaved his head. That's how he got bald. They shaved his head while he was in jail.
I don't know. Maybe he'll hit the weeks, and he'll come out looking like, you know, I don't know, Ed Norton at the beginning of American History X.
Oh my God. No. But the what I took away from the trailer is like, wow, they really pushed forward to this. They really rushed this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Wonder Woman trailer looks structured.
Yeah.
As far as a proper build up to a backstory.
Yeah.
I can see where they're going with that.
And that's the way it should be, you know? I mean, and the Justice League, like I said, you know, like the Reverend said, actually, I just have minor gripes about the trailer, and I've already stated them. But all in all, you know, it like the Reverend said, this could be a good movie, and this could be what DC needs to get that step and get that train going to start knocking out these good movies.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be stated right now, just for anybody who's watching this and they're thinking to themselves, "Oh, you guys are just a bunch of Marvel shills." No, all right, we are fans, and the thing is that we are also fans who feel a little bit scorned and burnt. All right,
We
maybe a
just
little
want shit to
shaded.
be good,
Yeah, we want this to be good.
especially when it comes to comic books or games or anything that we're into. We want shit to be good. Even if a TV show ran, it just, okay, imagine if the Game of Thrones ran, you know, its course for the TV show, and then it went to a fucking movie, a big-ass finale where motherfuckers are getting killed off, and there's going to be somebody ruling at the end. You will want that shit done correctly due to what you already have seen, read, or have known.
I was going to mention. Yeah, I was going to mention that. I mean, the Game of Thrones has a big ass book for their source material.
That's what I mean.
And so does DC, they got all these they got literally 90 plus years of comic books that they.
Well, what series are they going to do? Are they going to go for what they've been doing ever since the 30s, or are they going to do the new shit?
It looks like the storylines that they're melding together on this particular one is a little bit of sprinklings of Justice League War, which is from New 52, which will also lead into Injustice, because that's kind of what they very much hinted toward during Batman versus Superman, and maybe a little bit of Tower of Babel, Rock Ages. All right, there's a lot of stuff that they're hinting at. My problem with it is, and I'm going to say this right now, I am not going to be surprised if Wonder Woman comes out and it is the better, more solid movie than Justice League.
I agree with that.
Is that you have one central character, and yes, it's going to be an origin story, but they've got it removed far enough away from all of this Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman bullshit. All right, that it's going to handle itself well in a self-contained environment. Okay, it's going to be a period piece. It's going to be an origin story, and it's going to set up. Okay, this is Diana Themyscira being introduced to the rest of the fucking world. Let her do what she does.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like the way they did Captain America, the first one. You know,
that's
that kind of story to where that's exactly what
story,
and that's exactly what they need to do.
Yep. Because right now like I said before, we are not Marvel shills. We are just looking for good movies. A rising tide raises all boats, as the saying goes. And the thing is that good comic book adaptations means that they're going to go out of their way to be willing to go ahead and spend more money on more comic book adaptations. That being said, there is one thing that I'm going to point out right off the top of my head that is going to fuck with people worldwide. And that is the fact that they didn't get Grant Gustin to play Barry Allen. And they decided to go ahead and cast somebody else altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Third season of The Flash is going to be starting in the fall. So that's well over 2 years that tens upon millions of fucking weekly viewers have been trained that this guy, Grant Gustin, this redheaded or freckle-faced kid, is the fucking Flash. And now they're going to have to get used to Ezra Miller.
Well, I mean, you know, Marvel's done the same thing with Spider-Man.
Well, here's the thing with Marvel and Spider-Man was that they went ahead and they pretty much, the reason why it's called Homecoming and the reason why fans cheered when Marvel took it back from Sony, at least Creative Vision, was the fact that the versions of Spider-Man that were there before, not just Tobey Maguire, but also the dude afterwards, all right, left a really, really bad taste in the fans' mouths. Okay, they didn't want to go ahead and stick with the series anymore. But since Marvel has Tom Holland back, and they didn't sit there and do anything completely out of spec with the character, you know, people are looking forward to that. The problem that I've got with the Flash, as far as it goes, and it's not just the whole I need friends thing, because that really fucking stuck out to me. as just fucking horrible. Okay, is that
That was cringe worthy. I mean, that was cringe. I cringed when I was like,
Yeah, it was horrible.
it's the same issue that a lot of people had and pointed out with the Green Lantern all the way back in like 2006, 2007. Okay, at that time, you had tens of millions of children and fans who had watched the Justice League animated series, and their Green Lantern was John Stewart.
John Stewart, and then you went back to Hal Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, is probably when you frame it, especially at the time that he started out, he was the most vanilla and worst.
That's what happened with Superman.
All the Green Lanterns out there.
But you see, that's what happened also with Superman Returns. You had Smallville. And then when Superman Returns came out, it was like, fuck, why didn't you just make a proper transition? That was a big chance to do that. In my opinion, while Smallville was coming out, they should have transitioned that to Superman. And then if they were going to keep that Smallville series going, keep it going and then change it to Metropolis. They were Metropolis half the time or 3/4 of the time anyway at that point.
I think the problem with this, and
I
I'm
don't
guilty.
understand how Metropolis and Smallville was like a drive away.
What, you know,
That kind of confused me. No, seriously. Smallville is in Kansas, right? Metropolis is supposed to be in what? Fucking
New York.
New York.
So they could
Like
drink
New
that
York
drive
area.
for, I don't know. Okay.
I mean, I can understand Metropolis and Spider-Man. Anyway, whatever. I think the problem is this: is that a lot of people they get so stuck on an actor that, oh, this actor portrays my favorite character the way I feel that it should be portrayed. Then when a new actor comes in to fill in the boots, you're left with a hole. You're like, oh man, I don't know if he. And that goes with Spider-Man. That goes with Flash. That goes with anybody. Just like what was that? The Green Hornet. Same thing. It's like you got these new actors that are playing Batman. You got these new, huh? What did you say?
Okay, that's like, okay, Batman, Joker. You respect people that take up those roles, but you expect them to take it correctly. But if you're in the middle of a TV series and you transition that shit to a movie or that character to a movie, it's like, okay, wait, you're going to have these things going on at the exact same time. Millions and millions of people watch The Flash. This is what the Reverend is saying. Millions and millions of people watch that. So how are they going to handle that transition?
One thing too is what people don't realize either is that you got small screen actors and you got movie actors. You know what I mean?
True. But look at what Star Trek did as far as The Next Generation, or even the old series of Star Trek.
But the thing is, though, with Star Trek, The Next Generation, those movies, the movies that went afterwards, Generations and First Contact and Insurrection, they weren't that good. I mean, they were good, but they
but look at the Star Trek, the movie, and then all the way to Star Trek,
Yeah, if you're going back to the original
Generations, they separated old from new, and they did a transition. And even though there are TV series after TV series with the old Star Trek and then The Next Generation, they still did The Next Generation as far as the transitioning to the movies. That was still pretty ideal.
I mean, like what people said. During the Civil War, the people I've talked to, said that was the Spider-Man that they grew up watching, type of thing. With a comic, with the cartoon and whatnot, quirky and smart aleck and typical teenager stuff. So that transitioned well. But Tobey Maguire, and I can't remember the other guy's name off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but I didn't think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was so bad. Just towards the end,
Tobey wasn't that bad at all.
It started to get really stale.
No,
he wasn't that bad.
He was fucking bad movie.
No, it wasn't bad. It was that the movie was bad, and the fact that he was coming really close to 40, and they couldn't hide it on fucking film. That's the reason why it was fucking bad. Okay.
I'm not gonna argue that. All right, let's go full circle. We've gone way out in right field here. So the Justice League trailer. I just need to see more. I'm already thinking that it's good. I just don't want it being. I just don't want this movie to be thrown together like Batman versus Superman was. And watching that trailer, I felt that it wasn't. I felt that it was a little bit more thought out, and it looks like they have a little bit more time to actually, make a little bit of cohesiveness with the characters than they did with Batman versus Superman. So if they continue, the trailer wasn't that bad, like the Reverend said. I'm just looking forward to more. When is it supposed to be released? November of next year?
Let's see here. Let me go ahead and pull that up.
17? Because they're still in production, or are they just in pre-production, right? So
yeah. Let's see here. The planned release for it is actually in June. No, that's Justice League Part 2. Yeah, it's for 2017. Let's see here. Planned release is November.
Yeah, so I was right. Okay. That's plenty of time. So there's going to be more trailers out, and we can actually.
But okay. Let this be a lesson to people. A trailer can lay out the path.
Oh yeah.
What a movie, if you're going to be interested in the movie or not. As of right now, at this point in time, I am not interested in this Justice League movie because based on the fucking trailer. No more, no less. Let this be a lesson to you that shit actually fucking happens.
Well, look at what happened in the Ghostbusters. The 2015. And it's not about all-female Ghostbusters. It was about that horrible trailer at the beginning.
Again, the trailer has made me decide that I will not see this movie unless they bring more into it. If they do not change the direction. Look, I was already disconnected by the trailer. If they don't fix that, and they have to fix it, if they do not, then I will not be interested in this movie. It is just as simple as that. And again, this can happen. So for all of you people out there that may be watching this video or have gotten to this point, thinks that a movie trailer can't decide what motherfuckers can do see movies or not. Yes, they do.
That's the whole reason why they fucking exist.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
They advertise what's to come, and they already advertised, and I'm like, I don't like that. So that's just me. I'm not convinced. They better fix this.
They won't. It seems like that's pretty much embedded in the whole in the movie. Bruce Wayne is going to go around recruiting the Justice League, not Batman. That's a major disconnect for me, but that's not a total I'm not going to watch it type disconnect yet for me.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier in this particular video, it didn't look half bad to me. But what I do like is that it played out like, guess what? Somebody else had the final say as far as creative direction, and it wasn't Zack fucking Snyder. Now that doesn't mean that they didn't still have to use the script that Zack Snyder and that Snyder and Goyer put together, that they had ready to go along with this movie for the whole time, which I'm pretty sure is going to be some confusing mashup of 3 or 4 different fucking storylines. That's really my huge reservation as far as this movie goes. Now, will it actually be good? I am very willing to be surprised. Okay, surprised.
Yeah, Batman didn't look like he was carrying a gun.
No.
The Wonder Woman movie, yes, I'm interested in that because at least that trailer was coherent enough for me to be interested in it.
Yeah, here's the thing. Batman wasn't carrying a gun, but he also wasn't carrying a cape and fucking cowl either during the majority of that trailer. He was running around in broad fucking daylight, pretty much saying, hey, look, I'm Bruce Wayne, and I carry around batarangs.
And I go and talk to these superpowered people in their homes, in their dens.
In public, in front of other fucking people.
Or
Well,
I'll break into these places of superheroes or whatever. I know their whole operation.
Yep.
Why
Well,
is
I
there
mean-
a conversation going on?
I mean, that Batman.
No, seriously. Wait, stop. Let's think about this. If a superhero has somebody sitting in their chair when they come back in from crime fighting, why is there a conversation going on? You know what I mean? Okay, at least with the Iron Man, Spider-Man thing, he was talking to Aunt May when Peter Parker walked in. When not Batman, when Bruce Wayne was sitting in Flash's chair with all this shit around, the Flash's uniform was hanging. Why the fuck is there a conversation going on instead of dealing with this intruder? That's just, again, another disconnect.
It's because he needs friends.
He said it himself.
I'm not hearing that. No.
All right. With that, I know we could go on for a while, and we're gonna be circling the drain on one particular point.
Is it? And if my mind changes,
Oh, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have more than an opportunity to go ahead and revisit this one. But really, as far as it goes, it was one of many trailers. The Justice League trailer and the Wonder Woman trailer were there. They were offered up by Comic-Con amongst many, many other trailers Comic-Con offered up. The funny thing was, it was mostly about movies and video games at Comic-Con and not too much about the actual comics.
Yeah.
With that, I don't think we have too much else to go ahead and talk about this particular subject. Otherwise, we're just going to ramble on for another 2 hours or so, and we really don't have that much time. Thank you very much if you stayed with us up until this point in the video. If you're so kind, hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave us a comment below. If you think we're way off base, if you think there's something that we missed, we enjoy seeing comments, even the negative ones, because then we know that we're just not screaming out into the darkness alone, precipice.
Hey, we need friends.
Don't forget, we're in the basement. Our mom's house.
Yeah. No, don't. We are the three middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing, and like usual, bullshit ends here. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
We need more middle-aged guys. We need friends. Come on. Oh,
We need subscriptions. We need subscribers. Come on, just say it. I mean, fine, just be truthful.
oh no.
It closes out.
Wonder Woman looks good. This Justice League. But I'll wait. I'm open-minded, and I'll be patient, and I'll wait for more trailers. Credits.
I'm Batman. We need friends.